Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow.
Jeff
Doing my time. Doing my time. Got myself a problem.
Looking for the
inside track on everything sports, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Sports World Radio, the fastest 2 hours of sports talk on the internet with your hosts, Jeff Escow and Sean Mann.
Hey, welcome to Sports World Radio. I am the host, Jeff Escow. We got another super jam-packed show for you guys today. Lots and lots to get to. I hope everybody's ready for it because it's coming hard and it's coming fast, just like it does each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. 6 o'clock on the East, 3 o'clock on the West, and if you live in the Central,
who really cares?
There you go. That's right. You tell them, girl. That's right. Let's get all the particulars out of the way, and then we'll start on with the show. Like I said, I'm the host here. I am Jeff Escow. This is Sports World Radio. We do it each and every Monday through Friday on SportsWorldRadio.com. You can check us out on SportsWorldRadio.com. We have our own chat room over there. Go over there, hang out, and start chatting away with us over there. Please like our Facebook page at facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. Okay, and while you're doing that, when you're in our Facebook page, I have a petition pinned right to the top. Please fill it out. Let's sign it, and let's get me, Jeff Escow, in a sports debate with Skip Bayless. That's going to be a lot of fun, so let's get that to happen. While you're doing that, also follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio, twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. Now, there's several ways to get in touch with us here at Sports World Radio, and I'm going to give them all to you. Facebook, Twitter. You can reach us via email at swrshow@gmail.com. That's swrshow@gmail.com is our email address. You can phone us at 619-663-3715. Give us a call at 619-663-3715, or you can Skype us at Sports World Radio Show. Those are the many ways to get in touch with us here at Sports World Radio. Don't forget to sign up for our sports shorts. Okay, kids? There's 2 ways to do it now. You want to become a member? Head on over to SWR. Head on over to Sports Shorts. See, you know what? I don't even know what the hell it is. I got so many of them. I don't even know what it is anymore. Which one is this one? Yeah. Head over on to SWR Sports Shorts. I was right. SWRSportShorts.com/SWR Shorts. Okay. Or you can head on over to sportshorts.sportsworldradio.com. Okay? On the front page over there, I have a bunch of free sports shorts that you get to listen to. Plus, I gave you a free interview with Scott Allen of the Redskins. Oh, and by the way, speaking of Scott Allen, he'll be on the show at the bottom of this hour talking Redskins football. And what a coinky-dink. I do believe the Redskins are playing the Giants tonight on Thursday Night Football. So we're going to have fun with that interview. Scott Allen joining us from the Washington Post at the bottom of the hour. But head on over to sportshorts.sportsworldradio.com. Check out our interview we did with him last time he was on the show. And listen to some of our free February sports shorts. And then if you want, just go up to the sports short tab, open it up, and click on any month. And you can go and listen to any day at any month at your leisure, anytime you want. It's all a pay-per-view, so go check it out anytime you want. That's sportshorts.sportsworldradio.com. Or you can become a member at swrsportshorts.com/SWR Shorts. So much to get to, I know. By the way, let's bring in the co-host, Tara and Tebow. What's happening, girl?
Oh, you know, just the norm over here, hanging out in Michigan, you know.
Hanging out in Michigan, you know?
Yeah.
How you doing? How's the weather out there in Michigan?
It was sunny and 75. Now it's slightly cloudy and 73.
Well, you should know, after all. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys something. This girl wanted to do the show this week so badly that she's sitting in her car doing the show from her car right now because it's too noisy in her house. How about that, boys and girls? Is that dedication or what?
Basically live in a damn zoo.
Is that dedication or what? So she's chilling out in her car doing Sports World Radio so she can have noise-free. You got the air conditioner on at least?
I do. It's actually pretty nice in here. It's pretty comfortable. I'm definitely, I got my coffee, I got my little water, I got my notes, got my phone, I'm all set up.
Okay, there's only going to be one problem.
What?
What happens if you got to go tinkle?
Don't think I'm not prepared for that, too.
Oh, check her out. Don't think I'm not prepared for that, too. She's thought of everything.
Can't get into the gruesome details.
Wow, that's great. I love that. Well, actually, you could if you wanted to. This is Sports World Radio.
Oh, that's true.
So how was your day at work, my friend?
I feel like my brain's going to explode.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, it does, part of the baggage of the new job, I think.
Yeah, that kind of stinks.
Yeah.
That kind of stinks. So, yeah, we got a lot to get to today. Don't forget, coming up at the top of the new hour, 4 o'clock hour, we'll have Frank Sprankle coming on in. We got Humpy Glue, Josh Lopez coming on in as well. So we got a crazy second hour coming. At the bottom of this hour, we got Mr. Scott Allen from the Washington Post talking Redskins football with us. And, well, I am almost positive that somebody will bring up tonight's game. Won't he, Tara?
I mean, maybe not,
I'm pretty sure that I'm going to bring up the game because they are playing the Giants tonight. You notice how I didn't put the word M-Y or O-U-R in front of it?
Right.
Exactly. I said the Giants, right?
I mean, you can rag on me all you want. It's not going to stop me from doing what I always do.
Well, we got the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour coming today, too. It's been a long time since you've heard that segment, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, well, it's coming hard, and it's going to come fast. And we got Frank Sprankle in for that one. Oh, boy, wait till you hear Frank. Oh, yeah, you're gonna really love today's show. We're going to have a lot of fun. What do you got for us? What do you got for us first, Tara?
Well, I read an article about these kids from San Antonio, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
That completely nailed the referee in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the video of that. It's
yes, I did.
Pretty brutal. I mean, I don't know if you read the whole story or not, but I don't really know. I mean, I don't know who I really side with here. I mean,
well, assistant coach was the one who told him to do it. Correct?
Allegedly.
Yeah, okay. Allegedly. Why? Because that's what the kid said?
Well, the one kid it was a 15 and 17-year-old. The 17-year-old's the one that's being, kind of outspoken about the whole thing. But, I guess
well, there was actually 3 kids involved.
Right.
2 of them did the deed. One of them decided not to do it because he thought it was wrong.
Okay.
That kid's family, they raised him right.
Oh, yeah.
The other 2 kids' family, I don't know what the hell's going on over there.
Well, and at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, everybody has their personal choice, but when you have somebody that you look up to, that you idolize, that you trust, telling you to do this, I mean, you're a 15-year-old kid. At that point, where's your rationalization skills going to kick in?
Correct. No, I just don't get it. Hey, you know that picture that you put up on Facebook of you sitting in the car?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
I know. You like my big green...
What's that thing that the computer is sitting on?
I'm in the middle of moving, so it's a bin of my crap.
She's got her laptop sitting on a bin in her passenger seat.
Yeah, like a tote. I don't even know what it has in it, but it's been in my car for like a week.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty hick is what it is.
You guys got to see this picture. That's hilarious. I had to... That's funny.
So... The other part of this entire story also is that allegedly the referee was saying some very racist things. Did you hear this part?
Yeah, okay, but you don't go and deck the referee.
Well, this is true. But, I mean, he ejected the one kid, and that kid didn't even do anything. The kid that was ejected, I mean, if you go back and review the game footage, what the article said was that he threw out the wrong kid, essentially. And the kid that he threw out was not white. So that's kind of where the ref. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what's the coach? I don't know. The coach, to me, he didn't do the right thing, but at the same time, I mean, wouldn't you be kind of pissed too?
It depends on that. Are you talking about the head coach or the assistant coach that asked them to do it?
The assistant coach. The assistant coach was sitting there listening to this guy, you know, making all these racist remarks, and a bunch of witnesses heard him say it.
So why? So you send 3 football players to take him out? Really?
Well, no, because he allegedly what he said was interpreted by the kids. So I mean, it's not like he's like sick 'em boys, you know. I mean.
Well, okay. So what he's saying there is he actually didn't hear the referee. The kids are coming back and telling him what the referees are saying. And then he turned around and said, well, then go knock them down.
He didn't specify what he said, but the witnesses say that the coach never told the kids to hit the ref. But what he said must have kind of indicated to the kids.
How the hell who said that?
I think it was an ESPN article, but I mean, I'm just saying.
No, who said that they didn't hear the coach tell the kids to do that?
Right.
Who said that? The fans?
Just witnesses, you know.
Witnesses.
Witnesses.
Okay, witnesses, that don't mean crap. They could have been sitting in the stands and not seen it. You know?
And I mean, yeah, if that was going on, like, you don't involve kids, like, either way. But, I mean, at the same time, like, I feel like we live in a world where all too often people stand idly by and just listen to a bunch of crap go on and don't, I mean, the way he acted on it was inappropriate, by all means. But I'm just saying that, like, we live in a world where far too many bad things happen and people don't speak up often enough. So, I mean, the ref was being a dick, and, you know, I'm sure he knows that he was now.
Well, guess what? The ref's allowed to be a dick. He's the ref.
You're not allowed to be racist around a high school.
How do you know he was racist?
The witnesses heard him saying
witnesses. Bullcrap witnesses. So,
yeah,
so the coach took it upon himself to say, hey, kids, if he's being racist, take him out.
Now, that's alleged, remember.
That's what the kids are saying.
I know. Well, the one kid. The other kid's not saying that. The kid, I don't think the kid ever said that the coach actually told him that. I think that they're just saying he had made some comments that kind of insinuated something like that.
Well, if the coach told him or told those kids to do that, then that coach should never be coaching again.
Oh, I agree.
Okay.
But I also hope that the ref learned his damn lesson.
Well, Well, the referee hasn't spoken yet, has he?
He was supposed to, and he isn't.
Right, he hasn't spoken yet, so we don't know his side of the story.
He hasn't gotten his story straight yet.
Well, we don't know his side of the story.
Oh,
Maybe he's just keeping quiet until all the smoke clears away, and then he'll come out with his side.
We'll see. Only time will tell.
You know?
Only time will tell.
I have a hard time seeing a referee doing that, especially an old guy like that. I have a hard time like that.
I actually could, back in the good old boys era where, I mean, I don't know, I've never been to Texas, but I'm just saying, I mean, it's not surprising to me. I mean, I don't think that it's beyond any thought.
But both teams had colored on black people on their team, correct?
Yes, but
the
other school, Marble Falls, is a predominantly white school. I don't know if I'm assuming that they had at least, one black kid. I honestly don't know, but the article mentioned that they are predominantly white school.
That's ridiculous.
It's interesting, and it's multifaceted. It'll be interesting to see what actually comes out. And I mean, I don't know what the game footage shows. There was just the little clip that they showed, but that guy got nailed.
Got nailed big time, didn't he?
Yeah, he said he has a concussion and several other, injuries that were non-specified, but.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got nailed big time, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, twice.
Big time.
Went down like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah, like a sack of potatoes.
Wa-pow.
Ha-cha-ching.
Yeah.
That's right. That's crazy. Yeah, I saw that. I saw him getting hit, and I was like, oh, my God. The one kid nailed him good, and then the second kid kind of just beep, gave him the second hit.
And these guys are wearing, helmets, and they're wearing pads and stuff. The ref's got his little zebra shirt and his whistle on. I mean,
he got nothing.
Nothing.
You got nothing, honey.
Nothing.
That's right. He got. That's just crazy. But we got to wait to see what the referee says, what he comes out and says, because we don't know really what the.
If he says.
He's going to have to eventually.
I mean, he's not going to stand there and say, "Yep, you're right. I sat there and said the N-word and said a bunch of things about Hispanic people." I mean, it's his word against whatever witnesses, and I'm using, air quotes.
Right. Eventually, he'll have to come out and say something, right?
Yeah. I mean, so it's just sad because now, the kids too, they're looking at, possible aggravated assault charges. There's an actual law in Texas about assaulting referees. So from a legal standpoint, I mean, not only are these kids suspended from school until, I think, spring, they're now looking at criminal charges, which, I don't know if the referee is going to seek any sort of, retribution or, I don't know. It's just messed up.
It is. It's wacky tobacco.
It is.
It is. What do you got for me next, kiddo?
Some crap about the NBA finals and I don't really care, because I'm not really a big NBA fan, but
I know.
It's worth mentioning the 2 days between games when they're changing cities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think more interesting than the article itself that I read was the fact that, people in the comments are saying, what about the NHL? What about the MLB? Where you have some of the best games and some of the best, sports moments that were ever produced, played where they're playing back-to-back games.
Correct. I'm tired of waiting six days in between games.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it.
If it's a crappy matchup, you're going to have to sit there and watch it even longer than you had to.
So what's the NBA doing? Are they shortening it up?
I don't think so. I mean, they're just trying to reduce the number of back-to-backs and.
Yeah. See, they don't like back-to-backs. They don't think it's good for the players.
Yeah, they're pussifying that sport too.
Yeah, I think that's you pay these guys millions and millions of dollars, and now you want to coddle them?
Yeah, it's not like they have a full-time job to go to, and then like, crap, I got to go play in the NBA after this.
Right. Come on. They're never going to have to work again once their freaking career is over, if they manage their money right. Jesus criminy. Come on.
Very rare do professional athletes manage their money well.
These guys don't want to play back-to-back games. They don't want to play 2 games in a row. One on Tuesday, one on Wednesday. Oh, it's too much. Oh. Hey, schmucks. Baseball plays 182 games a year, and they play 3-4 games in a row. The hell's the matter with you guys? You play 82 games, and you're bitching and moaning and complaining that you don't want to play back-to-back games? Quit your sniveling. You're making millions and millions of dollars a year. Quit your sniveling.
But I'm tired.
Tough titties.
Exactly. For once, we're agreeing on something.
I don't get that. Listen. DeAndre Jordan just signed what? An $umpteen million contract? I don't want to play back-to-back. And you got to leave the game, and you got to fly, and you got to go into new cities. And then you don't get enough sleep, and sometimes you don't even know where you are. Who cares? Guess what? You even get a per diem when you're on the road, so you don't have to spend any of your damn money.
Mm-hmm.
Cheap bastards.
Mm-hmm.
Unstinking believable.
Pretty much.
I don't want to play back-to-back games. It's too much. You only play 82 games a freaking year, you dumbasses.
I don't know what the big deal is. I really don't. Like I said, I mean, way better sports, far better sports than basketball, happen in back-to-back.
Yes, I totally agree. Hey, really quick, I want to give a shout-out to Smoking Pole, a friend of ours here at Sports World Radio. It's Laura's dad. Okay, it's Shaba's girlfriend's dad, Laura, who's been with Sports World Radio like almost since the beginning. Her dad's in the hospital, so I want to give a shout-out to Smoking Pole. Hope you get better, buddy. We miss you here. Get better. Be strong. Prayers are with you, pal.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Get better, pal. Prayers are with you, my friend. Okay, Jonathan? Be strong. Get better, my friend. I want to hear you back on the radio soon, my friend. There you go. Really quick. A quick shout-out to Jonathan.
That was very nice.
Yeah, I have to. He's been a long-time friend of mine. He's been a long-time supporter of Sports World Radio. I have to.
Does he call into the show?
Every once in a while. He listens. His wife listens. Laura listens all the time, you know. Whenever they're around, the husband and mom and dad listen, you know, whenever they get the chance, you know. But they've been loyal friends of mine for a long time, so I hope you get better, Jonathan. Prayers are with you here from Sports World Radio, buddy. Okay, so back to the stinking NBA schmucks.
Yes.
What a dumbasses.
Schmucks. That's a perfect, yeah. And really I don't know, is there like a big, you know, petition that they sign? You know, they go to each other's houses and they're like, hey, guys.
Well, I don't think it can happen because they already got the collective bargaining agreement sealed done. It's kind of like the NFL. You know, they can't change their minds in the middle of a new deal that they just had done. What'd they do, sign a 10-year deal or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
And with all the money that's coming in, that came in this year, and that's coming in next year, quit your freaking bitching. You got to play 2 games in a row. Let me ask you a dumbass question, you dumbass players. Wouldn't you rather play 2 games in a row every once in a while and get the season over quicker? Hey.
What a novel idea.
What a novel idea that is. You get the season done quicker. Guess what? The playoffs start sooner, and they get done sooner. How about that? So instead of playing basketball from November to freaking June, almost July, or maybe it is July, I don't know, you can cut it off at maybe the end of April, beginning of June. How about that? And get a little longer vacation to spend time with your family, which what you're doing it for in the first place.
Or their mistress.
Okay, we'll go with that. That's kinky. Okay? Come on. I say you take another picture of yourself while you're doing the show and post it on Facebook.
I can do that.
While you're talking to me doing the show, you go, snap. That's funny right there. While she's doing the show, she's doing the show from her car because there's too much noise in her house. How about them apples right there?
I mean, to be fair, if I'm going to be stuck in my car, I'm pretty glad it's this car.
Why is that?
Because it's a sweet-ass car.
Is it?
It is.
It's a sweet-ass car. It looks pretty nice.
I mean, it's dirty, but it's fast.
It looks pretty nice. I'm looking at the picture right now that you have on there.
The Pontiac G8 GT.
Yeah, with your little finger up.
What?
With your little finger pointing up.
Yeah. Point at my computer like, hey guys, check this out. Check this out. Man, I wish they made Pontiac still.
No, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
If you ever rode in my car, you'd change your mind about Pontiac.
Damn NBA. So I don't think they can change anything right now because of the collective bargaining agreement that they just signed.
I mean, we'll see.
But come on. I remember the days when you weren't even born. Josh wasn't even around. They played back-to-back all the time. Sometimes they played 3 days in a row. You didn't hear them complaining back then?
I mean, they probably still complain. You just, didn't read about it all over the damn internet.
Hey, did you ever hear Michael Jordan complain about playing back-to-back games?
I don't know. I was probably like 4 when he was playing.
I never did. Did you ever hear Magic Johnson complaining, or Larry Bird complaining, or Kevin McHale complaining, or Robert Parrish complaining, or Dennis Johnson complaining? I'm doing that for a reason, Josh. You ever hear of those guys complain? John Havlicek, Bob Cousy, any of those guys? Josh is probably laughing his ass off right now.
Probably. And his birds are laughing with him.
Any of them guys complain? You ever hear any of those guys complain about playing back-to-back games? No. You know why? Because they ain't prima donnas like these sons of bitches are. That's why. And they didn't get paid nearly the money you pricks are getting paid. And you're complaining the most. You complain and bitch the most. That's why none of you can cut it back in those days. because you bitch and moan, complain now. Can you imagine what you do back in those days? The guy touches you. You want to call the foul. Back in those days, you would have had to draw blood before you got a foul. None of you prima donnas today, in the game today, would be able to play back then because you're too soft. All of them. LeBron, Carmelo, Durant, all of them. They're too soft. Every single one of them couldn't last a half of a second. Wouldn't be able to last the season. Because the game back then, compared to the game now, Jesus Christ, those guys would get eat up alive.
Cheese and rice.
That's right. They'd get eat up alive. I'm just saying, that's why today's game is faster and quicker. I understand that, but it's nowhere near the game level it was back then. Mm-hmm. Not even close. They don't play basketball now. What they play now is street basketball. Run, fast break. Here you go. Ding, there you go. Ding, 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 ding. Let's shoot behind the three-pointer. It's not basketball no more. It's street ball pretty much now. They've turned it into street ball pretty much. Yeah. Sometimes I find it hard to watch, and I'm a big basketball fan.
You should just stop watching it like me. You'll probably be a happier person.
No, I can't. I miss my basketball. As soon as basketball's on, I'm all over it. Yeah, no, I can't. I have to. Hey, we're going to run to our first commercial break. On the other side of this commercial break, we're going to have Scott Allen from the Washington Post coming in to talk about the Washington Redskins and, of course, the Redskin-Giant football game tonight. You're listening to Jeff Eskauer and Tara Tebow on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow New Way to Workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Eska, Tara Tebow, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. Joining us right now, as promised, Washington Post's own Scott Allen right here on Sports World Radio. How you doing, Scott?
Good. How are you guys doing? Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for spending some time here with us at Sports World Radio. I know something that you are at a baseball game right now, aren't you?
Yeah, my editors told me that I had to get out of the office. I showed up at 9 a.m. this morning, and the Redskins and Giants playing at 8:30. They were like, you have to get out of the office before this game starts. You cannot be here for 16 hours. So conveniently, the Nationals are playing the Orioles just a few subway stops away. So I'm watching the Nats O's.
So they kicked you out of the office until the game starts, pretty much, right?
Basically, I mean, they wanted me to go home, but I was like, if there's a ball game going on, I'm going to check that out.
So he's hanging out at the Baltimore game, nice enough to go out into the hallway and spend some time with us here on Sports World Radio. So thank you so much for doing that, Scott. We really appreciate it, and we're glad.
Absolutely.
We're glad to have you back.
Thanks for having me back. I'm glad I passed the test the first time.
I'm telling you, man, being a Giants fan and knowing that they're playing tonight, I could not have you back on today's show.
God, you guys are desperate, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, if you had told me before the season that one of these teams would have said that tonight was a must-win game, as ridiculous as that is in Week 3, I mean, if you guys lose tonight, what's going to happen in New York? It's just going to be the sky's already falling there.
If the Giants lose tonight, I'm sure I'll hear something about it on Twitter from you.
Probably so. Because here, I mean, the difference, not having won 2 Super Bowls in the last however many years, the Redskins are 1-1, and the amount of optimism here is just incredible. You'd think that they were like 6-0 or something. I mean, Kirk Cousins, he's been fine, but people are psyched up for this game like I can't remember.
Scott, what is the feeling out there with Kirk Cousins now in control of this team?
Yeah, I mean, I think at first a lot of people were skeptical, and you look at his numbers from Week 1 when they lost the close game to the Dolphins, and even last week when he was 23 of 27, great completion percentage, but barely 200 yards. 1 touchdown, and everyone's fine with that if they're able to, run all over people like they were last week. I mean, the identity of this team is the running game with Alfred Morris and Matt Jones, and people love that here because that's kind of the identity of this team when they were in the glory years. So if Cousins is not throwing interceptions, people here are happy.
What are they going to do with RG3?
Oh, man.
That's the $1 million question, right?
It is. And, even when like he's able to kind of stay out of the news the first few weeks, I mean, the whole idea of why people thought they should cut him is that there's no way you can keep this guy in your roster and have him not be the story, even as the backup. And sure enough, I mean, one day after the Redskins beat the Rams and everyone's feeling pretty happy, Bleacher Report comes out that RG3 and Kirk Cousins can't even stand to be in the same room together, which was kind of out of nowhere because if you watch the game, there are reports that RG3 is the first guy to come off Cousins after he makes a mistake. They're patting each other on the back. They're chatting next to each other on the bench. So apparently they can hang out on the bench, but they can't be in the quarterback room together. So it was, it's an anonymously sourced report, but still it's a distraction when we should be talking about Kirk Cousins.
I mean, if it's not RG3 in the news, it's his dad, right?
That's right. I just saw that on Twitter.
What's going on with that? His dad's driving 115 miles an hour?
Well, it's funny I'm at the Nationals game because, some of your listeners may remember, and Nats fans certainly do, Jason Worth of the Nats served some jail time, I think a couple nights during the off season for doing the same thing. I mean, Virginia does not mess around when it comes to reckless driving, and I think anything over 110 is reckless driving. And if your listeners haven't heard, RG3's dad, was trying to see him at training camp, the first weekend of training camp, and got busted for going 115 miles per hour in Virginia.
Yeah.
Which means jail time, which is crazy.
Yeah, the judge just found him guilty of driving reckless, sentenced him to 60 days in jail with 50 days suspended. He will have to serve the remaining 10 days over 5 consecutive weekends, starting the first weekend in October.
I'm a Virginia resident. I know not to go. I'm barely going 10 miles per hour over the limit. I'm not approaching 115.
I think if anything over 20 miles an hour over the speed limit is careless and reckless in Virginia.
Yeah, and Jason Worth could tell you that. And, like you said, if it's not RG3 in the news, it's RG2. So, it's been a bit of a distraction so far. I I think if the team can keep winning, that'll minimize it. But as soon as they go into a tailspin, you figure these anonymous reports about RG3, and if Gruden's considering going back to him, they're just going to intensify.
Scott Allen joining us from the Washington Post, talking Washington Redskins football. There was a report a couple of weeks back that RG3 was playing on the return team and practice squad.
So I called up or I emailed our beat writer as soon as I saw that report. It was Jeff Darlington at NFL.com saying that RG3 was working as a safety on the scout team, which is technically true. I asked my beat writer about it because I was just as surprised as anyone. And he said, it's customary for the third stringers, which is what RG3 was for week one, to, during walkthrough, stand in the spot on the defense for the starting offense, for the walkthrough, not for the actual practice. So he wasn't taking any snaps at safety. They have no intentions of converting him to a safety, but in order to show in kind of a jog pace where the defense is going to be, you have your third string offense serve as the opposing team's starting defense. So that's where that came from. Really more much to do about nothing than anything else, but certainly it made for a good headline.
So I know that you mentioned something about, Matt Jones and Morris, about their kind of taking it back to the old glory days. And I read something that basically said that they're running an old school, this was, quote, old school running game. And I was kind of wondering, what specifically about them is making it so old school, the way that their running game is going.
Yeah, I mean, here people love to talk about the days of the Hogs and that great offensive line, before the NFL became a passing league, that the Redskins' identity was that offensive line and running the counter tray with Joe Gibbs and, for the last Super Bowl, Ernest Biner and Gerald Briggs. And in recent years, the Redskins have kind of gone away from that. They have not invested at all in the offensive line. They've gone through countless quarterbacks, and, they've had some decent running backs over the years, and Clint Portis kind of stands out. But I think that the new GM this year, Scott McCloughan, he kind of showed, he had the 5th pick in the draft, and the Redskins kind of took a lot of heat for taking a lineman, Brandon Sheriff, with that 5th pick, passing over a lot of other talented guys. But they made no bones about the fact that they want to be a run-first team. They almost want to emulate their rival, the Dallas Cowboys, over the last few years, where you invest in the offensive line, you draft offensive linemen, develop them, and through 2 weeks, that is the identity. I mean, over 30 carries, whether it's Alfred Morris or Matt Jones, and that's really just getting back to the way that the Redskins offense ran when they were good, which was more than 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at my Facebook fan page, and everybody's putting down a whole bunch of scores. A lot of people are picking the Giants, and then I have one Redskin fan that says, "Shut up, Jeff. Can you give this guy, my friend Gary, anything positive that's coming out of Redskins?"
Anything positive?
Yeah, something positive that he can think that maybe they can go on a good roll and maybe possibly make the playoffs. Because he's telling me that they're making the playoffs.
I think I talked about this last week with some of my coworkers. I mean, last week they dominated the Rams. The score was pretty close because they kind of let them in the game and back in the game in the third quarter. But everyone was high on the Rams after they beat Seattle in week 1, and the Redskins just dominated that defensive line. That's all we heard about. We thought Cousins is going to be on his back 6 times. The offensive line is weak, and I think he was sacked 1. So I think if you're looking for something positive, the offensive line is already better than anybody thought it would be. They brought in Bill Callahan to coach him up, and he's done a great job so far. And then the other positive, I think, would be the 2 running backs so far. I mean, and everyone knew what we had in Alfred Morris, but you add in the rookie Matt Jones, and they've had 2 different backs, each rushing for over 100 yards in the first 2 weeks. If they can keep doing that, they could challenge for what suddenly looks like a very weak NFC East.
Yeah, it suddenly does look like an NFC East with Romo going down and
Right.
with Dez going
A
down.
mess in Philly.
Yeah, and with the way the Giants are playing, all of a sudden Washington might be able to do something. But I want to get into this game tonight with you.
Sure.
Are you ready, my friend?
I am ready.
Giants are hosting Redskins tonight in New York. This
Right.
is a rivalry that goes back many, many, many years. Eli's made one mistake in the first game and another mistake in the second game. So he's made two major mistakes, cost them both their losses, I figure. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
Giants lose this game tonight. They're in trouble in the NFC, aren't they?
Definitely. I mean, you kind of wonder about the Cowboys because of the number of injuries that they've had. The Eagles are kind of in the same position as the Giants right now in desperately needing a win to avoid falling to 0-3. And, I watched that Cowboys game week 1, the Cowboys-Giants game, and I just could not believe it. And then the stories to come out after it about Eli admitting that he told Rashad Jennings to go down, that was unbelievable. With a little bit better clock management, the Giants are 2-0 and riding high and feeling good about tonight.
Correct. And the only person to blame is Eli.
Yeah. I mean, I think you have to because Tom Coughlin, he said he didn't tell Eli to tell Rashad that. And, Eli kind of, to his credit, I guess, took the blame for that week 1 loss. And then last week, maybe not as big a debacle as week 1, I guess you would agree. But still, I think this team should be 2-0.
Correct. Out of all the 0-2 teams that are left, we know that a couple of them are going to make the playoffs. In your opinion, which ones do you think are going to make the playoffs?
Well, I think given the state of the division right now, I would not rule out the Giants. And they've kind of shown, I know it's last year doesn't matter, let alone 4 years ago mattering, but, they've kind of had a propensity for scrapping together wins at the end of the year and getting hot at the right time and then, doing really well in the playoffs. So with Coughlin's track record, I wouldn't count them out. With Eli and Beckham, I wouldn't count them out. So I think they are honestly one of the better 0-2 teams in the league.
What do the Redskins have to do tonight to beat the Giants?
They got to stick to the same thing that they've done in the first 2 weeks on offense, which is run the ball 30 times. And, whether it's Alfred Morris or Mac Jones or some combination, they got to get up around 150 yards and take the pressure off of Cousins. And then defensively, somebody, I guess they're going to put Chris Culliver on them. Somebody's got to prevent ODB from going off like he did the last time they were in New York for 3 touchdowns.
Right, and if Cruz plays tonight, then you're going to have a bigger problem on your hands than you think.
Yeah. I mean, even if they're able to shut down Beckham, that would be a problem that the Redskins don't want to deal with. That's a secondary that has been decent so far, but the Rams and the Dolphins don't have a lot of guys that scare you. Whereas Beckham and Cruz, that's quite a combo to contend with.
Yeah, and then you throw Randall into that bunch. You get all 3 of them lined up, then defenses have a problem. And they have not.
I got Randall sitting.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I got Randall sitting on my bench in a fantasy league, and I was considering starting it tonight. But what's really killed the Redskins? I know Beckham had the 3 touchdowns last year, but the other guy that had 3 touchdowns against him, I think, was the tight end, who I'd never heard of before last year's Thursday night game.
Donnell.
Larry Donnell.
Donnell, yeah.
He just killed him.
Yeah. He's a big tight end. He reminds me of Antonio Gates.
Yeah, he's another one to watch tonight. I mean, that matchup, the Redskins have been a little bit better against tight ends this year, but it's something that routinely hurt them last year.
Okay, Scott, so before we let you go, let's get a score from you for tonight's game.
Yeah, I think the Skins are in a tough spot. They have not fared well in primetime games in New York in recent years. I think it's going to be a close game because the defense has improved and they're able to control the clock with the running game. But I think Eli finds a way to win, I'll say 24-21 tonight.
24-21 Giants. Wow, that's great. I think I went with 27-10 Giants.
Ooh, more of a blowout.
Yeah, 20. They have to do something. They have to show somebody
They do.
something.
They have to win.
Yes. And it's Tom Coughlin's last year on his contract. And normally when that happens, Giants normally end up going to the playoff and winning the Super Bowl.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm telling you. That the best 0-2 team in the league might be the Giants because of that.
We'll see tonight, won't we?
We will. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. Thank you, Scott, so much for spending some time here with us on Sports World Radio. We'll do it again during the season.
Absolutely. Talk to you soon.
You
Take
got
care.
it, buddy. All right, there goes Scott Allen, Washington Post, his very own Scott Allen, spending some time with us here on Sports World Radio. We're going to run to a quick commercial break. You listen to Jeff Escar and Tara Tebow on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
She asked me maybe if I could share her sorrow.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escal, Tara Tebow, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. 6 o'clock on the East, 3 o'clock on the West, and if you live in the Central,
Who gives a flip-flop?
that's right. She lives in the East, so she don't care, and I live in the West, so I don't care.
Nope.
How about
Don't
them
care.
apples right there? Hey, did you guys like that interview we just did with Scott Allen from the Washington Post? Talked about the Redskins and talked about the Redskin-Giant game. We talked some Giant football with them, and we talked a little baseball with him because he was at the Nationals game because his boss told him to get the hell out of the studio because he can't be there for 16 hours.
Trying to keep him busy.
How about that? Is that awesome or what?
Yeah.
That is great. So we had some fun with Scott. I'll get that interview up on the new website for you guys so you can hear that and everything. That'll be a lot of fun. Don't forget to head on over to the new website, sportshorts.sportsworldradio.com. sportshorts.sportsworldradio.com. We got some free listening for you over there, free sports shorts, a free interview, and click the sports shorts tab any month, all the way up till September, and you can listen to any sports short anytime you want for just a little fee. That's all. For less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks. How about them apples?
I see
Be
you,
a
Frank.
fly on the wall, bitches.
I see you, Frank.
How about that?
You see him on here?
Frank, the big wind in the house.
Stand back. There's a gale force coming through,
He's
says.
coming. He's coming. Frank Sprankle will be joining us at the top of the hour along with Humpy Glue, Josh Lopez, the producer and program director. What was that, girl?
Our little Joshy.
Yeah, little Joshy Lopez coming on in. The producer and program. The man that holds this whole freaking thing together. Hey, you just missed a kick-ass interview with Scott Allen from the Washington Post talking Redskins football. Ooh, it was a doozy, my friend. It was a doozy. All right, Tara, what's the last topic you got before we bring these fools on the show with us?
Oh, this is the best one of the day so far, I think, that we talked about. You're going to love this one. So Jerry Jones says that the Cowboys are not going to fall off the map.
He's been smoking some of that wacky weed, hasn't he?
He says they're going to be fine without Romo.
He said, you know what? The beginning of the season, he said that he's got his Super Bowl quarterback right there. Now the Romo's, we're going to be fine without Romo. You got no Romo, you got no Dez, Witten's hurt.
He thinks Whedon's going to pick up the slack.
Hey, what's the first 4 letters in his name?
Haha, I get it.
Okay?
I get jokes. He lost his first 8 straight starts. Whedon lost. I don't know why he thinks that this guy's going to pick up Romo's slack, of which there's a lot.
He's dependent on Whedon. He's got a free. Well, okay, if you thought Whedon was such a good quarterback, why'd you bring in Matt Castle?
That's why aren't they playing Castle instead?
Because Matt Castle don't know the offense.
Yeah, but he could probably still do a better job than Whedon without knowing anything from the playbook. I'm just saying,
I agree with you, but Matt Castle don't know the playbook. How can you put a quarterback in there that can't call the plays and go hut 25?
Well, I mean, you got a guy that replaced Tom Brady in 2008 and threw 22 touchdown passes. Then you got Whedon with his 8 straight losses.
But he went. Okay, you're talking about Matt Castle, correct?
Correct.
Okay, Matt Castle went to Kansas City and fell on his face.
True.
Okay, Kansas City traded for him because he did such a good job in New England. He went to Kansas City and fell on his face, and I know because I was there.
Flops. You know what? Whedon's from Oklahoma City.
Oh, God.
Favorite place.
Yeah, he's going to fall on his face.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
By the time Romo comes back, they're going to be sick 2-7.
Yeah, and then Des Bryant's going to come in just for long enough to try and pick them up off their faces.
It'll be 2-7, and they're going to end up 8-8.
Yep. Probably.
Jackasses.
Yeah.
Unstinking believable. I don't get it. Jerry Jones, I don't get it. First you said you got your Super Bowl champion quarterback. Now that he's on Whedon, he'll take it. Make up your freaking mind. But he has to say that because if he doesn't believe it, you know what? Nobody else is gonna. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he don't believe it, nobody else is gonna.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. I mean, you can't get on in front of a bunch of reporters and be like, "Yep, well, we're gonna suck." So there's that.
Right. If he
so,
does,
I mean, I guess
he's the owner.
He's to save face for his team, but
correct. He's the owner. He's got to believe that because if he don't believe that, nobody else is gonna.
But he's living in a fantasy world.
Yeah, of course. He's Jerry Jones. That's where he lives.
They've been 5-9 without Romo since 2006.
That's his space. That's where he lives.
Lord have mercy.
How about them apples?
I mean, Matt Castle said he's like, I'm ready. I'm trying to gear up. I mean, I'm just, I don't know. I'll be interested to see as soon as Castle, if he gets the playbook, see if they're going to just throw him into the mix. If they're doing poorly enough.
Well, if they lose the first 2 games, Matt Castle's playing in the 3rd game.
I hope so.
It's not going to matter anyway.
Yeah. Cowboys will not fall off the map.
Yeah, they're gonna fall right off the map. They're gonna fall right off that mountain. By the time Romo comes back, they're gonna be 2-7, 2-8, and it's gonna be beautiful. I like them to be 2-8 because then the only thing he can do is win 6 games, and they can end up 8-8, and they're out of the playoffs.
As long as they lose to the Lions.
And when do they play the Lions?
That's this Sunday, I believe.
You don't know?
Damn it. I just looked it up earlier, and now because I was putting in my picks earlier today on the Pick'em League.
Yeah, we got to make our pick tonight in that freaking thing.
I already did mine.
We'll do that in the last segment of the show.
I picked the picked the Skins tonight.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I did it because you like the Giants.
Well, you better make that pick, because we're making our picks in the last segment of the show, all four of us.
Oh, we are?
Yes.
All right,
we do that on every Thursday show, during the football season, because it's Football Thursday. So, yeah, every Thursday we do it, except on Thanksgiving.
I can't wait till Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we don't do it on Thanksgiving Thursday. Yeah, here, okay, I'm in there now, too.
Except sit and just be fat and lazy and full.
Man, I'm stinking. I'm really bad. I'm tied for 13th place with you.
Yeah?
Yeah, you and I are tied. Me, you, Cowboys fan 88 are all tied for 13th place. Woohoo!
I was in first. I don't know.
Big Chubby wins in 16th place. Way to go, Frank. Josh is right in front of us, and Schmedley is in third.
Yeah.
Schmedley is the returning champion.
Whose name is Hugh G-Rection?
Hugh G-Rection? That's my buddy Jeff in Indiana.
Oh.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Funny guy.
Yeah, we got a lot of writers from Jock Journal on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe a Jock Journal writer is leading the bunch right now. And
really?
Yeah, and I'm not too thrilled with that.
Who is it?
I don't know who it is. Penetrating Tight Ends is the name of the team.
That's who. Yeah, I don't know who that is either.
But I don't know who it is. But I believe it's a Jock Journal writer. And JockJournal.com is our sister station. Go check out JockJournal.com. They got some great writers over there. They write some great, what's the word I'm looking for?
Opinions?
Thank you. Opinion pieces, killer discussion pieces. Head on over to JockJournal.com and check out all their NFL stuff over there. Right now.
Follow us on Facebook, too.
Yes. There you go. Because I'm looking over there right now. Where was I? Yeah, I'm looking at the Pick'em. And Encyclopedia Man's one spot in front of me and you.
Isn't that?
And then Schmedley's up there, number 3. Kenny, the co-host that I co-host on Saturday nights with Chilling Jeff and Kenny C, he's in second place. I don't know who Penetrating Tight Ends is. But I'm betting it's a Jock Journal writer. We got a lot of Jock Journal writers in here. Lots of them.
Sam's beating me, too.
Yeah, so is Nash.
Yeah.
So is Garrett.
Sam's my husband, though, so I have to hear it all day.
Okay, so there you go. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so now I know I got to beat his ass, too, now. Yes, we're going to have to beat his ass, too. And Romeo's Warriors, I believe, is Nicholas. And we all know who Ryan Blazing is. Last place douchebag.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, that is pretty funny, isn't it? Hey, we're going to run to our top of the hour break. On the other side of this break, we're going to have Josh Lopez and Frank Sprankle in here with us. Get ready, boys and girls. It's going to get loud. We'll be right back. You're listening to Jeff Eskow and Tara Tebow on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
Have a question for Sean or Jeff? Tweet them now at Sports World Radio or on Facebook at Sports World Radio.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Chloe is 9 months old.
She is the greatest thing ever.
One little smile, one little laugh. Anybody? We would do anything for her. My name is Kim Bryant, and my husband and I made a will on LegalZoom.
It was really easy to do.
We created LegalZoom to help you take care of the ones you love. Go to LegalZoom.com today and complete your will in minutes. At LegalZoom.com, we put the law on your side.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, Don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until wait. Don't too. Don't wait until it's too late.
Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hello there. I'm a famous actor. Pretty sure you know who I am. And when I want to know what's going on in the sports world, I tune into Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Eskow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on Sports World Radio. 6 o'clock on the East, 3 o'clock on the West, and if you live in the Central,
5 p.m.
No one.
Lucky you.
Joining us right now are the guys. We got Frank Sprankle, who joins us each and every Tuesday and Thursday in the second hour. What's up there, Frankie?
I try to join you.
Yes, you do. And, of course, the bird-singing man himself, Humpy Glue's own, Josh Lopez. What's up, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you, buddy?
I'm doing great. And how are you, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic. It's been a couple days since we've done the bath showers. So
I know. I am so riled up for that because I know you got some good stuff for me today, man.
Oh, wait, are we making up for lost material today?
Yes, we are, yes.
We will be saving the Skibby segment after this that quarter-hour break.
Right.
Jeff?
Yeah.
All right. So, Frank, I got your stories right here. We're going to start off with your boy, your closet Johnny Manziel fan, right?
Wait, Johnny Manziel. Let me ask you this. Do you wish you could hang out with the guy?
No, not one bit.
No.
Not one bit. So you don't wish you could be in Vegas for a full week with Johnny Manziel?
Hell no.
Absolutely not.
Jonathan Football Manziel.
Jonathan Football Manziel, that's new.
Yeah, that's what she calls him.
Hey, Frank, what's your thoughts about him getting benched?
He's going to grab some. He goes from grabbing some grass to grabbing some bench. Listen. The fact is, Josh McCown was brought in to be the starting quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. I'll be honest, we have seen maybe some development in Johnny Manziel, but let's see what he can do against, well, actually, he's not going to be doing anything against quality teams. But the fact is, this is a Cleveland Browns team that realizes that Johnny Manziel needs some more maturity, that he is not ready. If he doesn't like it, well, guess what? TS, you don't get everything you want in life, Johnny.
Johnny Manziel's a perfect example as to why Mel Kiper Jr. and Kirk Herbstreit don't know anything about the NFL.
Kirk Herbstreit is a college guy.
They're NFL draft experts, but they say these guys are going to be the greatest things since sliced bread, but they end up failing.
Yeah, and then there's Mr. John Doe, who's in the 5th or 6th round of the draft, and all of a sudden, hey, guess what? He's playing 10 years after he was drafted.
Well, come on, Jeff. He was the Heisman Trophy winner a couple years ago.
Big stinking deal. Just because you're a Heisman Trophy winner don't mean crap.
Hella beans?
A hella beans, nothing. Zilp, zitch, nothing.
It's just a trophy.
It's nothing. Look, hey, look. Tara's cousin, Tim Tebow, can't make it in the NFL, and he freaking won a Heisman.
Dude, it's not like the Heisman Trophy is good luck. It's not like you get the Heisman Trophy and then all of a sudden you rub it. Hey, I got all of a sudden superpowers to play in the NFL. It doesn't work that way.
See how I snuck that in there, Tara?
I was going to say something, but I'm too enraged.
Too enraged with what? Rage?
No,
yeah,
hey,
he's making fun of my brother from another mother, Tim Tebow.
Yeah, hey, Frank, her last name is Tebow.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's not spelled in that dumbass way that he spells things.
Yeah, no relation to Tim Tebow, but her last name is pronounced Tebow.
Because it ain't T-E-B-O-W.
No, she spells it like five more letters on the freaking word, man.
It's French-Canadian. It's way better.
French-Canadian?
Yeah.
Wait, do you know the French? Do you know French then?
It's pronounced Tebow.
I know Pig Latin.
Okay.
You know.
Do you know what language I know very well?
Sarcasm?
No, actually, there's two languages. It's sarcasm and it's American English.
And douche canoe.
I disagree on that one.
Douche canoeism. That was good, Tara. Hey, Tara, that second picture that you posted on Facebook with you in the car doing the show, that's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
So, are you a multitasker?
Yeah. She's doing the show from her car because she wants to do it so bad, and she's posting pictures of herself on Facebook doing the show from her car.
While I'm driving on the Autobahn.
Yeah, right.
Humpity hump. So, Frank, let me ask you this.
You can ask me anything you want. I may plead the fifth on some of it.
You knew he was going to do that.
I know. So, starting tomorrow is the Pirates and Cubs. Cubs did win the series against the Brewers. Heading into this, it's probably one of the biggest series in baseball this year, coming up this weekend. How do you think that series will end up, since you won't be on here for tomorrow's show?
Well, you do have John Lester going for the Cubs tomorrow, but Garrett Cole pitches for Pittsburgh. That's going to be a pretty intriguing matchup. The one thing I wish, well, here's the thing: you're going to be getting a one-game playoff. Let's face it, that's where the Cubs are going to be heading to. Pittsburgh has already clinched their playoff spot. We know about the St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals are going to get their division, but the fact is, if the Cubs drop 2 or 3, they're not going to get the game at Wrigley. They're going to be playing in Pittsburgh. Now, if the Cubs sweep, they have an excellent chance of possibly hosting the game. By the way, there is some Cub history on this day 31 years ago. 31 years ago in 1984. Does anybody know what it was? And it happened in Pittsburgh.
Okay, both of these people on the line, besides you and I, weren't born then, dude. You understand that, Frank?
Excuse me, I didn't hear it. I'm sorry, but the audio cut out. I missed the rest.
The two kids on the show, Josh and Tara, weren't born yet, so they shouldn't know.
I was 3 in 84.
I was -4.
I graduated high school in 84.
Okay, here's what happened in 1984 on this date. 31 years ago, in 1984, the Cubs defeated the Pittsburgh Pirates to clinch then the American League Eastern Division Championship, and to that effect, the first postseason berth for the Cubs in 39 years.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's a closet Cubs fan.
And she's also a closet Blackhawk fan. Sorry, Sam.
Yeah, that's true. he knows it's probably going to be the result. That's going to be the reason he divorces me.
Excellent. I like to hear that.
Hey Frank.
Who's divorcing who now?
It doesn't really matter.
No.
As long as it happens.
We got the NHL preseason going on. We got the NBA one starting next weekend. Frank, are you going to be able to be used to having all 4 sports being back on air?
It's probably going to happen because the World Series goes into early November. We're probably going to have one day in which all 4 professional sports leagues are playing in one day.
Hey, you know the playoffs would be shorter if there wasn't no stupid playing game.
I got a good idea. Right? Start the season earlier. I agree with Jeff. Let's have our play-in game. Let's have our fun. Let's make the division title mean something here.
I don't consider a play-in game a playoff game. It's just a waste of time, to be perfectly honest with you. Just like the wild card round in the NFL. Either you make the playoffs or you don't.
Listen, wait. Wasn't the NFL talking about expanding the playoffs?
Yeah.
I'm
but
happy
why?
they didn't.
Why?
Why? We don't need more playoff games.
I know.
Just for the simple fact we don't need. Listen, let's make the tournament hard. If anything, the NBA and the NHL has the worst 2 playoff formats there is.
I don't get that.
I don't either.
You don't get it?
No.
What? Are you talking? Okay, so you take the NBA, right? 32 teams, 16 of which get into the playoffs. That's half the league.
Yeah, but I know, but they changed it now.
Right. But
Okay.
still, the playoffs are too long. I say make the first 2 rounds a best of 5, and the later 2 rounds, including the NBA Finals, a best of 7.
Yeah, but they changed it.
I know, but I say change it even more. Let's speed the playoffs up.
Let's speed the regular season up. How about that?
Wait, so you don't like 82 games?
I like 82 games, but let's speed it. What happened to doubleheaders?
I agree. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. Let's have selected Sundays. Not every Sunday, but selected Sundays. Let's play doubleheaders.
Correct.
I mean, you could have a doubleheader a month. That won't hurt.
What happened to freaking doubleheaders, man? I miss them.
The owners don't like it. Listen, the owners don't like it. Here's what you do. You charge admission for more for the doubleheader.
I don't get that.
I'd pay more money to go watch a doubleheader for sure.
I've seen a doubleheader at Wrigley.
Yeah.
I saw a doubleheader at 96 at Wrigley, Cubs, and it was the Dodgers. The Cubs-Dodgers doubleheader. The reason why was because the game, this was in June of 96. The game before, which was a night game at Wrigley, that was called off. So the Cubs and Giants played a doubleheader the next day. And guess what? I got to go in for I got to go in for the price of two. Or no, two for the price of one.
Did you really?
I did.
How the hell did you manage that?
Because the game was rain out the night before.
Oh. Yeah, see, I miss doubleheaders. The only time they do doubleheaders now if they're rainouts. They don't schedule doubleheaders at all.
Those are day-night doubleheaders prominently.
I know. What happened to the twilight doubleheaders?
The owners want you to pay for one game separately. That's why.
The rat bastard.
Well, I'm okay with that. You don't have to give the fans two games. Give them one game each. Make more money that way. I'm okay with that.
So here's what you're proposing. You have the occasional Sunday doubleheaders, but you charge more for those games for those tickets as opposed to your single game.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
I'm for that too. I'm perfectly for that. Then you get to make your money.
I'm cool with that. Hey, let's run to a quarter-hour break. You're listening to Jeff Escow, Josh Lopez, Frank Sprankle, Tara Tebow on
Sports World Radio.
Yeah.
So we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow New Way to Workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
When I'm not out there acting and I want to know what's going on in the sports world, I tune in to Sports World Radio.
All I want is to be.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Jeff Escow, Tara Tebow, Josh Lopez, Frank Sprankle, bringing you the last hour of sports talk here on SportsWorldRadio.com. All right, so Frank's in the house, Josh is in the house, and I do believe it's time, right, Josh?
Correct. It's time for the Skippy Bayless Bath Shower.
Oh, boy, this should be fun.
Get ready. All right, here we go. Let's get this bad boy started. Skippy Bayless. I think you'd say my ass.
Hey, I'm just giving everybody a tease, dude.
Hump. Skippy Bayless said that my.
And here we go with the torture.
My Washington Redskins will beat my.
See, no, stop!
New York Giants.
No! No! You can't do that, Skippy. You've been saying my New York Giants forever and ever and ever. Now all of a sudden, your Washington Redskins scratch my ass.
Hey, should we mention the terror about the Shocks?
The what?
The Shocks.
Is that what we're doing, the sound effect?
That's what Frank does every time he hears the word "my."
Yeah, we always give Skip a nothing but electric currency.
So he would have loved me talking about my Red Wings yesterday.
Yeah. Okay, Skippy Bayless said stay on the bandwagon of Brandon Whedon.
Of course he's going to stay on the bandwagon of Brandon Whedon. He's got nothing else to bandwagon about. He's got no choice.
Skippy Bayless said the NBA Finals could... my bad. The NBA Finals now could take 17 days to play 7 games. Fans will like it, but my... San Antonio Spurs will love it. More rest, more chance to win another title.
Oh, God.
Wait, I thought it was my Cleveland Cavaliers.
And he's going to take a vacation as soon as it's over.
It made me puke in my mouth.
Well, Skippy Bayless went on to say that my Los Angeles Kings will miss the playoffs this year.
Does he even watch hockey?
He does. He doesn't like to admit it, but he does. I see tweets from him.
My Los Angeles Kings. Dude, every freaking team, every professional team, whatever league it is in, eventually becomes yours. Eventually you put the word "my" in front of. That's a bunch of bullcrap.
He's a team whore.
Ooh.
Team whore, there you go.
I like that.
Skippy Bayless said that ESPN should have the Thursday night football game, not CBS.
They already have Monday night. I got a good idea. How about no Thursday night games?
That's even better.
How about no Monday or Thursday games?
Here's the thing. Listen, here's the thing about the Thursday night games. You're submitting teams that come off of playing on Sunday. Now they got 4 days to prepare. Not to mention they have to rest their bodies. There's fatigue that settles in. It's not the best played football, seriously.
Correct. Skippy Bayless went on to say that my Washington Redskins should look into firing Jay Gruden before the bye week.
What?
The bye week? Wait, why?
He thinks that Jay Gruden is the reason why RG3 is not trying, and that Jay Gruden's killing the morale for the Redskins organization.
Wow. I thought Kirk Cousins played pretty well on Sunday.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's gonna say.
That's one of their few victories they're getting this year, by the way.
I wonder what he's gonna say if I'm trying to figure out the way to say it without the word "if."
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I'm a Giant fan. What happens if the Redskins win? What is he gonna say then, about Kirk Cousins? Oh, he's better than Tony Romo?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he'll make Kirk Cousins look like the best quarterback in the NFL tomorrow morning.
Of course he will.
Skippy Bayless said that Tony Romo has a far more natural skill set than Roger Staubach and Troy Aikman.
Holy crap.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Tony Romo didn't get drafted.
Correct. He was undrafted.
He's an undrafted player, correct?
From Eastern Illinois, yep.
Roger Staubach got drafted, right?
Correct.
End of discussion.
I don't think that. Hey, listen, Jeff. I don't think that matters in this particular case, wherever you were drafted or not, what school you went to. And I know Roger Staubach is a proud graduate of the Naval Academy and a Vietnam vet. But understand this: here's a skill, here's something, and here's a skill set that Tony Romo doesn't have, that Roger Staubach accomplished twice, that Troy Aikman accomplished 3 times. Super Bowl wins.
Correct. You can't even put Tony Romo in the same conversation as Roger Staubach and Troy Aikman until he wins the Super Bowl. End of discussion.
Skippy Bayless said that he would win the BMW tournament in golf.
Get the Mercedes-Benz tournament?
Yeah.
Sacagawea.
Wait. And does he think he's better than Jordan Spieth?
He did say that before,
He
right?
thinks he's a better golfer than Jordan Spieth. He thinks he's a better basketball player than LeBron James. He thinks he's a better freaking wrestler than John Cena. He thinks he's the best at everything.
Is he smoking crack?
Yes.
Yes, he is. Skippy Bayless said that Jim Harbaugh made a mistake going to Michigan University and coaching college football.
Well, he had to get out of San Francisco.
Go ahead, Tara.
Rip into the schmuck.
Go ahead, Tara. Rip into the schmuck.
I can't.
Hey, Tara, have you ever been to the Big House?
No, I haven't. I want to.
I have. I covered a Notre Dame Michigan game back in 2009 there.
Who won?
Michigan won with less than a minute. Tate Forcier was a quarterback for Michigan. He delivered what was the go-ahead game-winning touchdown pass. But anyway, it was great. I went on the field before the game, before the gates opened. Being at midfield on the M, just looking around with nobody there, it was awesome.
Those were the good old days.
Well, Jim Harbaugh is looking to bring back those good old days. I'll tell you what, the guy is treated with royalty in Ann Arbor.
We got a breaking news story from Adrian Wojnarowski from YahooSports.com. Jeff, buckle your seatbelt there. It says that sources said that the Los Angeles Lakers are signing the formerly known Ron Artest, Meta World Peace.
Yeah, and I bet you that's because Kobe asked him to.
Wait, so Ron Artest is coming back to the Lakers?
Correct.
And by the way, I call him Ron Artest.
Because that's his name.
Yeah, it's like I call Bruce Jenner Bruce Jenner.
That's his name.
Exactly.
Here's a wrestling quote.
Here we go.
Skippy Bayless said that he could beat Brock Lesnar at the MSG show next Saturday night.
Fine, then go ahead. I say it should be Brock Lesnar and Skip Bayless. There you go.
Me and Jeff are recording a special sports short.
Yeah, we're doing a special sports shorts for that. That's right. There will be no NFL show that Saturday night. We're going to do it on the Friday night before.
Wait, what Saturday night? Is it this Saturday or?
No, next Saturday.
So wait, next Saturday. All right, so
next Friday, the October 2nd, we'll be doing our NFL show in the second hour of our show.
All right, yeah. Obviously, I won't be a part of it because of my football commitments.
Right. Yeah, that's okay. As long as you make your picks and send them to Josh, we'll be good.
Oh, I will. No problem.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
Skippy Bayless said that my Washington Redskins and Dallas Cowboys will be tied 8-8 at the end of the year, and they'll split the co-ownership of the NFC East.
So, what did he say? Washington Redskins and who?
The Cowboys.
I'll be what?
8-8.
8-8?
Wait. They say co-ownership. So wait, there's gonna be two NFC co-champs. It doesn't work that way.
So he thinks an 8-8 team's gonna win that division?
Yeah, he thinks the division's that bad.
How about 9-7 win that division and Giants just creep right up there and take it all from you sons of bitches, and then go ahead and win the Super Bowl again with a record at 9-7? How about that?
Jeff, I know you're a big Giants fan, and I honestly think this division is as bad as the NFC South was last year.
Yeah, this division used to be the toughest division in NFL, and it's gone downhill. Majorly downhill.
Skippy Bayless said that the Dallas Cowboys should trade Jason Witten to the Minnesota Vikings for Adrian Peterson.
That's not going to happen.
Trade a head coach?
That's not going to happen.
Jason Witten, not Jason Garrett.
Oh, Jason Garrett. Sorry. Hey, I've been working too.
That's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen?
No.
Okay.
That's not going to happen. Because they get rid of Jason Witten, okay,
He's a pretty darn good tight end,
which is going to be a blanket for Whedon. In case he gets out of any jams, he's going to have Witten right there so he could just dump the ball off. He's going to be his blanket. I can guarantee you that.
Brandon Whedon needs Jason Witten. Really does. Because
does not need Adrian Peterson. Right. Does not need. What? So now you're going to have 4 running backs on that team, you schmuck? You idiot.
Skippy Bayless said that my Houston Texans will lose this weekend, and that J.J. Watt is the most overrated defensive player in the NFL.
He is. He kind of is.
Wow.
He kind of is.
I thought you agreed with him.
Well,
Wow.
J.J. Watt kind of is an overrated defense guy. They haven't really done anything, have they?
Well, they're not a dominant defensive unit with him.
And they should be, because they got Clowney, and they got
Fork.
him, and they got the other guy. What's his name?
Will Fork.
Will Fork, and they
That's
got
former Patriot.
Right. They got Will Fork, Clowney, and Watt, and what's the other guy's name? They got another guy too.
I'm not sure.
I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But they
But
got
either
four
way,
dominant.
You got great defensive line, but their secondary sucks.
They got
So it
they
doesn't
got a
really
good
matter.
defensive line, a good linebacking crew, and you're right. Their freaking secondary stinks, but their linebacking crew ain't doing crap.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where their money is at. Hello.
Skippy Bayless said that ESPN should make a statue of Skip Bayless.
Oh God.
Let me ask you this: the Skip Bayless. Listen, I know the Pope is visiting the United States this week, and he's in
who cares?
the Skip Bayless. The Skip Bayless. I'm not Catholic, but the Skip Bayless, he should believe he should be Pope.
I'll tell you what, Skip. The only way you're getting a statue is you beat me in a debate.
There you go.
That'll be your prize if you win.
Hey,
but you ain't winning.
Harris should know about the debate.
Skippy Bayless said that my Dallas Cowboys will clip the wings of the Atlanta Falcons this Sunday.
No.
By what?
Clip the wings of the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, because the Atlanta Falcons are 2-0 and Dallas is 1-1. Or Dallas is 2-0 too, right? So one of those teams is going to have to lose, and he's saying that they're going to beat. He's saying that they're going to beat the Atlanta Falcons. Where is that game?
That's in Jerry World.
Oh God.
Hey, the Falcons beat the Giants last Sunday at MetLife Stadium.
That's not saying much right now. Well, you know who I'm picking in that game anyway, so.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
It's not a big secret,
know you're
right?
picking.
It's not a big secret.
Exactly. That's a wrap for this portion of the Bash Hour. We got to go to a sports update, and we'll continue after that.
That's right. Let's run to a quick sports update. This update is brought to you by JockJournal.com. Head on over to JockJournal.com. Check out all the writers, their opinion pieces, their discussions on all the NFL teams. That's JockJournal.com. Take it away, Josh Lopez, with the only update of the day.
Thank you, Tara, Jeff, and the big win himself. Welcome, everybody, here for Sports World Radio on Thursday, September 24th. Right now in Chicago, it's 6:30, and the East Coast is 7:30. If you live in the West or the mountains, well, who really gives a big dude? Let's check out the scores right now for the baseball world. We have a couple finals today. We have the Dodgers beating the Diamondbacks 6-3. The Pirates beat the Rockies. Not much competition there, but the Pirates did win, however, 5-4. The Rangers defeated the Oakland A's. Texas Rangers have to be one of the most hottest teams in baseball right now. They won 8-1 today. The Orioles beat the slumping Washington Nationals 5-4. Other games in progress. The Red Sox are up 2-0 against the Tampa Bay Rays. The Milwaukee Brewers are taking the St. Louis Seahawks 3-0. The Reds are beating the Mets 1-0. We got White Sox at the Yankees tonight. NHL right now, we got a couple preseason games going on. We got the New York Rangers at the Boston Bruins. That's tied 1-1. We got the Minnesota Non-Wild against the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Wild are up 2-0 against the Blue Jackets. The Los Angeles Lakers has just signed Meta World Peace, formerly known as Ron Artest, bringing him back. Of course, Meta World Peace was also helping the Lakers win the NBA championship in 2009. We'll be back more with the Skippy Bayless Douche Canoe Bash Shower after this commercial break with Jeff Escal, Tara Tebow, and the big win himself, Big Chubby Win at Yahoo.com, Frank Sprinkle. More Sports World Radio after this.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and the Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped a million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow Show, man. Bring it at Jeff Escow, Tara Tebow, Josh Lopez, Frank Sprankle, bringing in the last half hour of the show here on Sports World Radio. All right, Joshy, what do we got to finish up with Skippy?
Alrighty, Skippy Bayless said that mine. The Cleveland Cavaliers will sweep my New York Knicks in the regular season series against each other.
That didn't happen last year.
No, that's true.
They say the San Antonio Spurs are going to win the NBA Finals
It didn't happen
next
last year. The Knicks won the first game they played against them.
Correct.
And then lost the other 3.
Skippy Bayless said he can't wait to show how smart he is in his NFL Pick'em League, his own one that he has with Stephen A.
What'd you say?
He said that he can't wait to show how smart he is against Stephen A. while they take on each other in the Pick'em League this week.
Oh,
they
cool.
got their own Pick'em League.
Good. I hope Stephen A. kicks the crap out of him. I wish I could get into that league.
Skippy Bayless said that Eli Manning will be the reason why Tom Coughlin gets fired this offseason.
I don't think Tom Coughlin will ever get fired.
How about that, Jeff?
No, Tom Coughlin's not going to get fired. He'll probably... One of two things are going to happen. Either they're going to give him an extension or he's going to retire after this year.
That's what happens. You know what? There's the respect. I mean, I'm not saying being fired doesn't mean a lack of respect, but understand what Tom Coughlin came in and accomplished with the Giants here.
A lot.
2 Super Bowls when nobody thought they were going to win it. Tom Coughlin, remember, what was it, after the 06 season, people thought he was going to get fired?
Yes. And what happened in the 07 season?
Super Bowl champs.
There you go. Every time they think Tom Coughlin's leaving, Giants end up winning the Super Bowl, and he's got to stick around.
He's not. There's no pressure on him. It's his job as long as he wants.
That's exactly right. I believe that too. And if they win the Super Bowl, Super Bowl this year, he's gonna retire.
Correct.
He should. You know what? He's a Hall of Famer. Even if they don't win the Super Bowl, Jeff, this guy's a Hall of Famer. Look what he did with Jacksonville.
Yeah, they're still not that good, but what are you gonna do?
Well, they were in their second year.
Yeah, hit wonders. Skippy Bayless said that my Colorado Avalanche will win the Stanley Cup this year.
Oh my God!
Under what reasons?
Well, it's going back to the early 2000s, Jeff. Yeah, the Colorado Avalanche winning the Cup.
Dude, wait a minute. Is this 2001?
I hope not.
It sounds like that's a comment from 2001, according to Skip Bayless.
He doesn't have a reason.
Skippy Bayless said that Patrick Ewing is the most overrated Hall of Famer in the history of the basketball world.
Really?
Yeah. He thinks that Charles Barkley is a far better rebounder than him, a better post shooter than he is. Yeah, so, he's not a big fan of Patrick Ewing.
Tough titties. Patrick Ewing brought basketball back to New York City.
Obviously, he wants to be balls deep in Charles Barkley.
Yes, he does.
Oh, God.
He's one of the greatest players never to win an NBA title.
Who? Charles
Ewing.
Barkley or Ewing?
I think they both are, but Ewing especially.
Yeah, and Ewing doesn't talk about it as much as Charles does.
I don't
because he didn't win. Oh my goodness, he didn't win an NBA title. Who cares?
It's ridiculous.
A lot of guys didn't win NBA titles.
I might be a millennial, and I study a lot of basketball back in the day. But when I think of Charles Barkley, great doesn't come to my mind.
You don't think it does?
No, it doesn't come
It was
to my
intense.
mind either.
Barkley was an intense player, though.
Doesn't come to my mind either.
Yeah, Joe Kindle is intense too, but he still hasn't won a championship.
Exactly.
He was mildly humorous on Saturday Night Live. Mildly.
Yeah.
Mild.
Terrible. Skippy Bayless said that mine. My Dallas Cowboys will show everybody that they're the class of the NFC conference, not the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, God.
I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, the Cowboys, we can say what we want about them. They are 2-0, and the Packers are 2-0 too. So we'll see what happens with the Cowgirls on Sunday.
They also have to play the Patriots shortly.
Yes, I know.
Correct.
I'm gonna see. We're gonna watch them lose the next 3 games in a row. You know that, right?
God, I hope so.
That's what's gonna happen. I'm telling you right now.
Skippy Bayless said that the Jacksonville Jaguars will make the playoffs via the AFC wildcard.
Get the hell out of here, okay?
Will that game be played in London? The playoff game?
I got a freaking bet with Nash. An 8-8 bet. There ain't no way they're making the playoffs because they're not going to be 8-8.
Maybe in Madden they will.
Not in the NFL, and that's all I care about.
Video game they will. Madden. I play a lot of Madden. Maybe they'll be in the playoffs in Madden, but not
I want a
here.
nice, thick freaking porterhouse.
Skip Bayless said that even though he's happy Matt Castle came to the Cowboys, Tim Tebow should be the backup.
Hey, schmuck. Tim Tebow's not even in the goddamn league, you idiot.
And that's a wrap for today's edition of the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour. We'll have some more quotes for you tomorrow. Don't forget tomorrow as well we'll be having the Skippy Bayless Douche Canoe Award of the week.
Hey,
where we pick a particular journalist or a network.
Hey, Skippy. There's 96 quarterback positions out there in the NFL. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And freaking Dallas Cowboys are on their second one, and they're looking for a third one, and they go get Matt Castle. They don't even come and ask Tim Tebow. You know why? Because he is not an NFL quarterback, and he will never be an NFL quarterback. And you can take that to the bank.
Cha-ching.
How about them apples right there? Okay? I've been saying it before he even freaking, the day he declared for the draft, I said it. And I'll continue to say it. And you want to know something? I'm going to say the same thing about freaking Jonathan Football Manziel.
I'm going to say this about Tim Tebow. I have great respect for the guy, but you can't base Tim Tebow's performance on the preseason as him being potentially dominant in the NFL. You can't.
No, because he's facing third stringers.
That's what I'm saying. He did well against the Indianapolis Colts in the first preseason game, but that was against the Colts' third straight defense. You're right.
Hey, but before we head to that commercial break, Frank, do you think the Colts will actually score more than 10 points this week against the Titans?
Yes.
I think they're going to win. If
they go 0-3, I'm concerned for them.
There's problems. Listen, you mark my words. There is serious turmoil with Indianapolis Colts organization if they indeed lose to the Tennessee Titans.
There it is.
Yeah,
you heard it right there. How about that?
There's dysfunction. Nobody's getting along. If they can't beat Tennessee and go 0-3, this team has some serious, you-know-what to deal with.
And if you guys want to know who we're picking, join us Saturday night for our NFL Real Talk Week 3 picks. Join us for that. 9 p.m. on the East, 6 p.m. on the West. If you live in the Central,
8 p.m.
He's quick, man.
I like him.
He's quick. That's because he lives there. If I would have said who lives in the mountains,
no one cares.
That's a glowing sentiment.
People that like nature.
Yeah.
Hey, Tara,
I got your nature.
Hey, Tara, is it hot in your car?
No, it's nice and cool.
What type of a vehicle is it?
It's a Pontiac G8 GT.
Ah, you buy American. Good for you.
Absolutely.
You're supporting I got a Chevy Cobalt 06 make. You know what? I'm supporting the Motor City because nobody makes vehicles like the Motor City.
Watch this. I'm gonna piss Humpy Glue off right now. Hey Frank, what are you making for dinner tonight?
What are you asking me?
Yeah.
I'm having fish for dinner.
You having fish for dinner?
Yes, I eat healthy.
What kind of fish?
I think, I don't know, is it salmon or tilapia? One of those healthy fish.
Those are literally not even close to being the same thing. They're
healthy?
different colors.
How are you gonna cook it? Yeah, I know. One's white and one's freaking red. How are you gonna cook it?
I don't know.
You don't know? Who's cooking it for you?
Somebody.
So you go into the restaurant and they're gonna cook it for you.
Yes, they're gonna cook it for me.
Oh, that's cool.
But hey, I have a veggie. Seriously, I do eat healthy prominently. Or moderation, except on Sundays. Sunday is sinful Sunday.
I pigged out last night. It was delicious.
I do that on Sundays, seriously.
No, I fasted all day yesterday for the Jewish holiday, so when I ate last night, I was like an animal.
He was hangry.
Yeah, I was
hangry. By the way, belated Happy Rosh Hashanah, by the way.
Yom Kippur.
Oh, Yom Kippur, pardon me.
Right,
But happy.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, we did the show yesterday. That's right. I don't care. That's right. I'm a Jew, but I'm not a practicing Jew. Only one time a year, and it's Yom Kippur. Pretty much, that's it. Hey, don't forget to sign up for our sports shorts at swrsportshorts.com/SWR shorts. Become a member. Listen to what we talk about during the commercial breaks. And since we've had Tara on all week, there's some interesting conversations going on during the commercial break. So go check it out. Or if you don't want to become a member, head on over to sportshorts.sportsworldradio.com and listen to any sports short you want without becoming a member. How about that?
Why would you not want to become a member?
Exactly.
It's VIP access.
Mm-hmm.
Missing in action.
That's right. Exactly. Hey, we're going to run to our final commercial break of the day. You're listening to Jeff Escow, Tara Tebow, Frank Sprankle, and Humpy Glue Josh Lopez on
Sports World Radio.
Sports World Radio, the fastest 2 hours of sports talk on the internet with Jeff Escow and Sean Mann. We'll be right back.
Chloe is 9 months old.
She is the greatest thing ever.
One little smile, one little laugh. Anybody? We would do anything for her. My name is Kim Bryant, and my husband and I made a will on LegalZoom.
It was really easy to do.
We created LegalZoom to help you take care of the ones you love. Go to LegalZoom.com today and complete your will in minutes. At LegalZoom.com, we put the law on your side.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too. Don't wait until it's too late.
Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Josh Lopez, Tara Tebow, Frank Sprankle, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk. We're on our final segment of the day. You tired over there,
Unbelievable.
Mr. Are we boring you, Frank?
Sorry, boring me, dude. I'm trying. No, how could you be boring me? It's nonstop entertainment.
Drink some water and open your big, wide eyes.
Kind of being a little bitch.
Tell him, Tara. Tell him.
I mean, I've been working too, and I'm not yawning. You don't hear me yawning over here?
And she's sitting in her car for Jiminy Cricket's sakes.
It's all dark here and shit.
It's all dark here and shit. She's sitting in her car looking around to make sure nobody comes and hijacks her.
Yeah,
Who's going to hijack you, dude?
I live on a dirt road. I don't think that's going to happen.
Wait a minute. Hijacking, isn't that if you're up in the air in a plane?
Hey, listen, one of her neighbors already came over to her car and said, knock, 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 your car's running, you dumbass.
Yeah. Apparently he didn't see me in my bright laptop screen in here.
Dude, have your neighbor listen to the show.
That's funny.
Tonight on CBS and the NFL Network, we got the 1-1 Washington Redskins against the 0-2 New York Giants. Washington's favorite son, not RG3, but Kevin Durant is at sideline today for tonight's game in New York. Jeff already made his pick. Tara, who are you going for tonight?
Well, since the Giants are Jeff's team, I got to go for Washington.
Oh, my goodness.
What a bitch.
Hey, I got a question. You said Kevin Durant's going to be at this game on the sideline?
Yes, he's there right now.
I have a question. Is there any chance the Pope's going to show up?
Yes.
Oh,
What team sideline is he on?
The Redskins.
Good.
He's
Stay
from
over,
Washington.
Stay over there with the losers.
The Pope? Hey, the Pope's in town.
Big freaking deal. I'm Jewish. Wow, big freaking deal.
Yeah, but I'm just curious if he would show up because, hey,
No. Are you kidding me? Do you know what chaos that'll bring to the game?
I'm just curious. All right, let's say, what would it bring? Seriously, what chaos would it be if the Pope decides to show up at MetLife Stadium tonight?
Major chaos.
Ninjas hidden all over in the audience. Secret FBI ninjas.
That's
Ready
right.
to strike.
How about that? Secret FBI ninjas.
Everywhere.
Frank, how about you big win? Who you got tonight?
I got to take the New York Giants. I got to take Jeff's team, not because they're Jeff's team. Trust me, I could care less if they're Jeff's team or not. But the fact is, this is a Giants team that has been capable of winning the last two games. The problem is they blew it in the fourth quarter. This team cannot afford to lose any more games. Well, they can't afford to lose any more games, period, if they want to keep on tap with that NFC East division. And besides, the Washington Redskins, this is a team that does have some edgy areas, you can say. I'm taking the Giants.
All right.
Good man.
Sounds
good. I'm not doing it because it's your team.
Well, I don't care why you're doing it, as long as you're doing it.
I'm doing it because it's your team.
Oh, I'm doing it because it's your team.
Fine, to take the Bears on Sunday, Tara.
Well,
She actually did yesterday.
You did?
Yeah, Jeff and Tara picked the Bears over the Seahawks.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
they said everybody was making a big deal about Cam Chancellor coming back this weekend.
He's a douche nozzle.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Tara, did you know Sunday night is the first time NBC has done a Sunday night game from Ford Field?
No, I did not.
That is a
and
fact.
Lions. Boring.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up.
Tara's going to be the only one watching it.
No, Sam will watch it with me.
That's the Sunday night game. I probably won't watch it.
Yeah.
I got other things to do.
No, you don't.
I think tonight's game's quite boring.
What? Don't want to
watch?
Don't want to watch Peyton?
Well, I don't have a choice. I have to watch it. It's the Giants.
I know.
You know.
Nothing beats that new car.
I hate to tell you, though, if the Giants lose, I'm turning the game off.
Josh, you have a beautiful singing voice.
No, he doesn't. Don't encourage
Josh
him.
can't sing a frickin' tune.
Don't encourage him,
I'm
please.
from a musical family, you hump.
Don't encourage him, please.
I really don't care if you are.
That didn't really work.
Yeah.
See, every time we mention Peyton, we go into the nationwide bit because Peyton does too many of those nationwide commercials.
The new one that he's got coming. What was that, Tara?
I think they're kind of funny.
The new one that he's got out now is pretty funny, actually.
What's the new one?
With the queso dip?
Yeah, the queso dip, and the other one with the high voice Peyton.
Oh, dude, that commercial gives me nightmares.
High voice Peyton's pretty funny.
Dude, that commercial is scary.
High voice Peyton's pretty funny.
Yeah,
not as scary as the new Colonel Sanders, though.
Yeah, it's talking all of a sudden. What's up with that?
I don't know.
For years, Colonel Sanders never talked.
We liked it that way.
Now all of a sudden the guy's got something to say?
And it's all pervy?
Yeah, I know. Colonel Sanders is a pervert.
Pervy.
Whoa, dude. Oh, dude.
The guy's old. He hasn't probably gotten any in a long time. He's a pervert.
How could he? He died in 1980.
Well, the guy that's playing him now ain't getting any, so he's a pervert.
Yeah. Super perv.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Jeff, one of your favorite shows went off the air yesterday, Big Brother. The season's over.
The season ended yesterday.
Are you going to make the video and apply for next season or no?
Yes. If Sports World Radio is not on the air next summer, then you bitches better be watching Big Brother, because that's where I'm going to be.
Dude, I never watched it from day one. What makes you think I'm going to watch it now?
Because I'm on there.
Because he'll make the show interesting.
Because I'm on there, and you know what happens if they push the Jeff button, don't you?
Wait a minute. Are those shows? I don't even know what you mean by push the Jeff. But are those shows even real?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. You know what's going to happen when they piss Jeff off, don't you? Jeff ain't going to back down to nothing and is going to yell right in their damn face.
Somebody's going to go give him hell then.
Oh, right. Oh, boy. And it's live feed, so you people can watch me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I'll be talking to your asses in the camera.
And what if...
Way better if you were on The Bachelor.
No, I don't want to be on The Bachelor.
And let's say somebody comes up to you and says the word if, right?
Yeah.
What would you say back to them?
If my mother had balls, she'd be my father.
There you go.
Ew.
If. That's right. I don't want to hear if, because that's what I think about the word if when you say if. And anything you say before the word, if you say something and you go but, everything before you said the word but don't mean crap.
Correct.
So don't say something and say but, and then say something after, because everything you said before the word but don't mean shit.
Like when I say, I don't mean to be an asshole, but
Correct.
I'm actually meaning to be an asshole.
Correct.
Yeah, wait a minute. Then you just admitted to being an asshole.
Correct.
Yeah. Only I self-proclaimed asshole. I wear it like a damn badge too.
Correctamundo, Fonzarelli.
Fonzarelli.
Arthur Fonzarelli. Hey, that show's older than you two.
Yeah, it is. Wait a minute. Happy
Everything's
Days,
older than me.
Happy Days was on until 1984. I was actually around when Happy Days was on.
Me too.
But I was born into it.
Hey, Andrew, New Day sucks.
Oh no, Browning's in the chat room.
Yeah, he loves freaking New Day, man.
New Day's awesome, man. You have no sense of humor. That's what the issue is.
No, I don't like that trombone Evander Holyfield look-alike. I don't like that kid at all, man. That guy just doesn't shut up. New Day sucks.
Yeah, he's like spamming us.
Yeah, I know. That's Andrew. That's our buddy, man.
I like him.
Andrew's a good guy. He's been with, Andrew found the show through my co-host on the other show, Chilling with Jeff and Kenny C. Right? And his friend Kenny told him about this. Andrew spends more time on this show now than he does over at Chilling with Jeff and Kenny C. It's great. Andrew shows up more here than Kenny does. It's great.
You know what else is in Kentucky?
No, about. Yeah, I haven't heard from her in a couple of days. I wonder if she's
horse
back
racing? Isn't that in Kentucky?
She's probably back in the hospital. Oh, well. That's what happens when you get sick.
Jim Cornette and his grumpy self is over there, too.
Yeah.
Jeff, Frank, you know who Jim Cornette is, right?
Wait, who?
Jim Cornette.
Oh, yeah, the former wrestling promoter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about him?
He's in Louisville, too.
Oh, really? Jim Cornette?
Yeah, he does a podcast. He acts like he's the best unsigned president of all time. He loves his politics crap.
Does he think he's better than McMahon?
No.
Obviously, McMahon beat him in terms of promotions.
Yeah.
Big deal. Big stinking deal. Hey, I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us today. We had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too. We'll be back again tomorrow for the Friday edition of Sports World Radio. Until then, my friends, remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable.
Amen.
Peace out, everybody. For Tara Tebow, Josh Lopez, Frank Sprankle, I'm Jeff Escow. This has been Sports World Radio.
Shut up, Skip.
for listening to Sports World Radio with your hosts, Jeff Eskow and Sean Mann. Online at SportsWorldRadio.com. Sports World Radio, the equal opportunity ripper. We'll catch you next time.